another episode of Madge Unmuted. I am your hostess, Madge Madigan, as you can see below. And as always...
I see it right there. That's how I'll remember who I'm talking to.
Oh, thanks. Hey, I have a guest. And I'm gonna tell you who it is in just a second.
Oh.
You can. Well, okay, no, I'll tell you now.
It's Dino.
Here he is. It's
Wow,
Dino Kay,
scary.
legendary.
Back that thing up, please.
back it up. Legendary.
How's this?
Right.
Maybe to, let's see, what's over that way? Brighton, maybe.
We gotta go to Victor.
Yeah.
Legendary Rochester broadcasting dude, Dino Kay. So happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yay!
When Fitz reached out to me to,
Did it hurt?
No, not too bad. I'm used to it. Yeah, we worked together for many years. He has a
gentle
familiar touch.
Oh, reach out and touch.
So I said, I go, okay, Madge, I looked you up and I go, she looks familiar. And then I said, what's the topic? And he goes, you. I'm like, man, you guys got nothing to talk about. You're scraping the bottom for the 2021. This is the first one of 21?
It is.
Wow, look at
Woo-hoo.
me. Look at me.
Kicking it off. But wait, I got to tell
and
you
we
this.
thought this was going to be a good year.
It sure is. I got to tell you who the man in the middle is. Zoom yourself
That's
in.
him. That's the guy that touched me.
We got Fitz.
Where did he touch you on this doll?
Right.
Mr. Rockvox himself.
Hi.
Scott Fitzgerald.
It's a cool place.
Thank you.
It is fabulous. It's the place so nice they named it once.
But it rhymes.
It rhymes.
Yes, it
almost
does.
was
We
named
love
twice.
alliteration.
We do. And that's why we have a pea popper protector.
Got to have the pea
But
poppers.
his start with an R and a V, so what the fuck am I doing? Anyway.
Oh, we can say fuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Oh, wait. How did I answer Todd Youngman that one time? Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. You goddamn right we can fucking say fuck.
So Fitzy, for all your broadcast or all your recording needs, you want to have a podcast?
These are really nice studios for a guy who's been in studios. Yeah.
See?
I
That's
know
what- that was
I know
my-
studios.
that was my
Spazzano
aim.
said the same thing.
Yeah.
That was my aim.
No, this is-
Spazzano, he pitched a tent when he came in here.
Well, he's a gadget guy.
Yeah.
He's a gadget guy. He's got every goddamn gadget there is. The one thing, I've known Scott for 40 years, and all the time he would be bitching about how much money he didn't have. But he had every
gadget.
goddamn new gadget there was.
I
Because
know.
I'm broke, I can't do this. But look at my new this. It's like,
Yeah, he actually, I was just talking to him last week about coming here, and he does this now, this whole virtual mapping of the place in the 3D.
Yeah.
Like with the 360
That's
camera and
crazy.
everything.
Have you seen that?
No.
Tino?
Oh, it's wild. Yeah.
I've been staying away because of the baby, little Ellie.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
I haven't been over
online.
there in a while.
But he's put this online.
Okay.
And I don't know the technology behind it, but it gives you a virtual tour of how do you explain it, Scott?
It's like a 3D. It's a 3D image of like a store, and then you can navigate your way through it, and then each of the items are on there, and it's a link that you can buy that item, and it's wild.
But
It's
it
really
incorporates the floor plan.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it'll show you a 3D model like above and then below, and then it goes into it, and it's.
Yeah.
Well,
you can
last time I
it's
hung out
crazy.
with him, he was doing drones. It was all about drones.
Doing
Yeah.
drugs?
He's
What?
drones.
Oh, drones, right.
Drugs,
yeah.
that was in the 80s.
Exactly.
Drones. He was all about drones. He was always
Yep.
showing me his new drones and stuff like that. He's always got a side hustle.
Oh, he does.
Him and his little brother, Johnny, they're all good at side hustles.
Yeah. He's tried to get me to help him over the past, like when I was like staying home with kids. Hey, you want to do
My
my
Amway?
Yes. He was a Mary Kay consultant. He liked that kind of thing.
Avon calling.
Ding dong. Okay.
Well, welcome to the Scott Spazzano Show.
Exactly. I don't want to talk about that fucker anymore. Oh, sorry. Love you, Scott.
He's my cousin.
Oh, like the.
I'm in all his weddings.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Scott has all the best weddings.
He was the best man at my first wedding. that lasted about 3 years. So when the second wedding came around, I go, "Cuz, you're invited, but you're not."
Oh,
gonna,
yeah. He'll put the maloik on you.
Yeah, I just couldn't risk it. And I just celebrated my 29th wedding anniversary last week. So yeah.
Congrats.
So it was a good call. Good call on my part.
Yes.
Super T, yes.
Fantastic.
I have a tattoo and everything.
Oh,
You want to see it?
yes.
Right there.
That is
Can you see
so
it in the camera?
cute.
Wow.
There it is.
Oh, it's like Superman, but with a T.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the
That's
cutest
Super
thing.
T, yeah.
But it's manly too.
How far into the marriage did you get the tattoo? I'm just curious.
God.
Because that's, you know.
It was it's over 20 years, I would say. It was Wheeze gave me a what the hell do you call it?
Gift certificate.
Gift certificate. I have the COVID brain. I can't remember shit.
Yeah.
I do. I had it before. Tammy and I both had it before Thanksgiving, and now I
Oh, my
like
goodness.
forget the. If there was a point when I was looking up Scott's
Aaron.
number, Fitz's
Sorry,
number,
you can hear it.
Fitz's number, and I couldn't remember his first name. All I knew was Fitz.
Oh my God. Do you
Yeah.
like really think that's like a side effect?
No, I'm noticing it all the time when I'm talking to people, and I'll say, and I can't come up with the
Yeah.
name. I can't come up with the name.
I'm gonna start.
Geez, I better not get COVID because I was like that already.
Well, I was going to say,
No, I'm
yeah,
gonna use it as an
I've always
excuse.
been that way, but it's worse.
It's
it just
worse?
seems worse. Yeah,
Oh, man.
just seems worse.
Well, see, I have COVID ass.
Okay.
So that 20 extra pounds down there now.
It's COVID-19, not
Yeah.
COVID-50. Oh, just kidding. COVID-1, baby.
All right.
Why are we here?
I don't know.
Dino.
Whatever.
Oh, that's right.
Dino.
Let's talk about me.
We're here for Dino chicken nuggets.
That's it.
I don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
COVID. I had COVID. So, all right. Tell us, how long have you been in the biz?
I started, quote unquote, interning in '81 after I got thrown out of Geneseo and I was selling cars.
Oh my God, there's like a whole bunch of you.
Well, that's where I met Spezzano.
And
We were
and the
freshmen
mayor?
in every Mayor and I went to high school together.
Oh, that's right.
Mayor and I graduated
Sorry.
high school together, and then Mayor and I both went to Geneseo at the same time, and then Spezzano was in every one of my radio classes
Yeah.
when I started my freshman year, and then I made it a year. He made it a year and a half, and Mayor graduated, but
Yeah.
big deal. Okay, whoop.
Y'all landed in the same place.
Yeah, he's a Trump fan now. So, sorry.
There goes the
Sorry.
podcast.
Well,
So-
we'll mark him off the list. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We
So
Kumbaya, everybody.
one night I'm listening to the radio and there's Scott, and I'm like, oh man. So I called him up and started hanging out, and next thing you know, it's like,
So where was the
hanging around
first-
the radio station.
Where's the first joint you worked at?
CMF,
Okay.
the old Layton Avenue CMF. Back when Tony was the morning man and Wheeze was a sales guy. When I started there,
right.
Wheeze was a suit when I started there.
That's right.
And
Wasn't it-
Spezzano was the afternoon guy.
Right. Was Uncle
Yeah,
Raj
for Bernie.
there?
Yeah, Raj was there.
Was Kano there yet?
Yep.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I think Kano's always been there.
Kano's going on. It's going to be 40 years.
I was gonna say,
September.
that's
It's going to
gotta
be
be-
40 years.
In this
CMF.
town, that's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Anywhere
is.
it's something.
Anywhere.
Yeah,
something.
exactly. And welcome to Rochester Radio Talk.
Yeah.
But
So,
you know what? It's interesting. So go ahead. And then
So then Layton Avenue. Scott, I started hanging out there. I was quote unquote interning, helping out Orst and stuff in the promotions department. And
that's right.
yeah, and then
Oh my God.
then our program director there, Frank Holler, got a job at COZ in Boston and took Scott with him. And Scott went to Boston to COZ. It did middays for 3 years in the early 80s.
Oh, okay. I vaguely
And then
remember him
he
saying
came
this.
back and went to PXY, and then that's when it was the Scott and Diane thing. Mm-hmm. But I stayed at CMF, and I actually got hired after a couple months, being Orst's assistant, and then Tony left CMF, probably 83 or something like that, or 84. He went to WVOR, the Heart of Gold.
Oh, yes.
And I was like,
I used to work
why
there.
are you leaving? Why are you leaving? Because we just started getting ratings. We got our first 10, and that's huge.
Wow.
10 is huge.
Yeah.
And we got our first big ratings and stuff like that. And he's just going to, but VOR was like it at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he went over there.
Soft rockets.
And I said, yeah. I go, what are you leaving? What are you going over there for? He goes, man, I got to think about the future. He goes, who's going to be listening to this shit in 20 years? I'm like, oh, good point. Yeah, no, Zeppelin, nobody's ever going to listen to that. That's a true story. That's why he left.
You know, Night Ranger has a lot of longevity.
Yeah. I mean, we're listening to all that. Yeah.
No, that's so funny. Well, now you were. I don't know.
Then I
Are we
went to
allowed to say
PXY.
this? Yeah.
What?
Where
You
you
can
are?
say whatever you
whatever.
want.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah. No. So you were. Where did you go from CMF?
I went to PXY. I went to
That's
PXY.
right.
Yeah, because I was working when Tony left. They put another Mike Rockwell, Simon Jeffries in the mornings, but that's right when the Stern and all that stuff Imus was hitting in New York City, and Weeze was doing nights on Saturdays.
Right.
On the air, right? But Weeze wanted to be on the air full time, and Trip Reeb. So,
oh my God, dude.
So that's Snorton Norton got fired in Buffalo. He became our production director, and production director means he's the guy who does all the commercials.
Yeah.
And in charge of the commercials. So they had him coaching Weeze, and they made Weeze the promotion director instead of me. But guess who was doing all the work?
Oh yeah.
I was putting in 80 hours easy. And I was also engaged to a local family, the Wilmot family.
Oh,
heard
of
I was
them.
engaged. Yeah.
Yes.
So I asked for a raise, and my general manager told my boss, my program director at the time, Dino doesn't need a raise. He's marrying a Wilmot.
Oh, that's super
because
douche
everybody
move.
knows that your salary is dependent on who you marry.
I was making a quarter over minimum wage. And getting paid for 40 hours, not the 80 I was working.
Was that
You were
like
getting
240
greedy.
back then?
I think it was
really?
375.
380.
Yeah, something like that.
Good
Yeah.
My
Lord.
first job, I had minimum wage. It was 385.
Yeah.
When I was 16.
But I think it was a quarter over minimum at 375
Oh my
at
God.
the time.
Big spenders radio.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
So anyways, that's right about the same time when Scott came back. Orst was over at PXY at the time, and it was Scott and Diane, and they were kicking ass, and
Right.
I just went over there.
Cool. And now you're at Fickle.
Fickle, 12 years now.
Really?
Yeah, November was 12 years.
Wow, holy
It's my
cow.
record. It's my record. PXY was my record before that for 7 years.
Wow. I mean, like you were saying before, that in radio.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I've
Christ,
been doing
any
it for 40
job now.
years. I've been doing it. I'm too old to get a real job. I tell everybody. I tried selling Channel 10 for a while. When all of us got
Really?
fired at CMF
Yep.
there 13 years ago, whenever it was.
Oh my God, it was that long ago.
Yeah, because I've been
now?
here 12 and I was
Holy
10
crap.
months at Channel 10.
Wow.
But I got called by the general sales manager over there, and he said, I got a list for you. You'll be making big money. He'd been there 20 years. Everybody told me he was a great guy. I'm there 3 months, and he's gone. And I had nothing in writing. I had nothing
my
in
God.
writing. Yeah, so.
Oh my God.
So my old boss
seriously?
at CMF, where
They're like-
I was doing afternoons at CMF when we all got fired there, CBS got bought by Entercom,
Yep.
or Entercom got bought. Entercom bought CBS, and so we all got fired the same day there, Kano and me, and Mayor, and yeah. So anyways, that day I got called by the guy at Channel 10. But like I said, and I took the job. I said, "Oh, maybe it is time for me to get a real job."
Yeah,
You know, I was in a suit every day.
That's what I'm doing the reverse. So
Oh, yeah?
I tried real jobs for decades now, and I'm like, look, I have tried everything and I suck at it. So, you know, when I was in Catholic school, it was just always like, Miss Madigan, shut up. Miss Madigan, shut up. Now we're going to move your seat. Let's sit over here. Miss Madigan, shut up. And I'm like, well, try something with talking.
There you go. There you go. You come by it naturally.
Exactly.
Good thing you're monetizing the hell out of this, right?
Yes, I am. Come on board.
Come on.
Sponsors and Patreon folks. Okay, it's coming. It's coming.
All right.
It's going to be huge.
Do you have any questions?
Nope. Just sit there and talk.
All right. You just want what else you
No,
want to talk
yes, I got.
about? Is it more Dino talk?
You know what? I'm going to play a game. I'm going to go right to the
Oh,
game.
boy.
But actually, I do have one question because
Okay.
Scott wrote this and I need clarification.
Scott Fitz?
Fitz, excuse me. We're not supposed to use his real name.
Actually, we never really established what to call me, so
He's Fitz.
It's either or is totally fine. It's just Not the names that you call me that I'm not when I'm not listening.
Oh, you're in the,
Those are the
witness protection program.
He's puppy dad.
I got
He's
a
a new
bad
puppy
job.
dad.
Oh yes, he is.
He's got a new puppy. I'm very proud of him. We did Barktoberfest many years. Together.
Oh yes,
Fitz and I.
That was the
You never
one
had a
thing that I
dog.
was
I'm like,
gonna
you don't
miss.
have a dog?
I did have a dog. I had a no. When did our dog die? Yeah, I had a dog for 3 years before. Yeah.
That's an uplifting story. Thanks for that.
They
No,
do that.
speaking of dog, Fitz said, I want to call you Fitzy. Sorry, it's like every Fitz, whatever known to me, my whole life has been Fitzy.
Call me Fitzy. I don't care.
All right. Dino the Van Dog.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Van Dog was when I was at CMF the first time around, and I used to be the guy that drove around in the van, the CMF Street Machine.
Yes.
I love
That I
was-
delivered. I took Bon Jovi to the band to House of Guitars the first time. Drove them to the Penny Arcade when they played the Penny Arcade in the van. There was no seats in the back.
Yep.
Got Richie Sambora sitting on a milk crate in the back.
And all the smoke billows out when you open the doors.
But yeah, I used to look for CMF bumper stickers, and I'd pull you over and give you fabulous prizes.
Yep.
And I'd call in and, okay, Kano, I just pulled over Madge.
Oh,
That's a cool job. How old were you when you had that job?
23,
Right.
4.
I
something
mean,
like that.
was that when there was a lobster on the loose?
Lobster on the Loose was when was the lobster? That was after me, I think. I think
Was
the
it?
lobster was
making
after
me wish I grew up in this town.
Yeah. No, I didn't have the lobster stuff. That was after me.
You could say shit.
Shit, that's right. I think
All right. That
He's
was a fun.
institutionalized.
yeah,
I
I still have
know.
a real job in radio.
Self-censoring. I get it. Okay, so I'm going to jump to playing the game, and we can talk about stuff again if you like. We'll just play it by ear. We have no
Okay.
real thing here. Okay, a new game I came up with, and we're gonna. It's gonna be tailored to every guest, of course. The title, but this is What Would Dino Do?
Okay. I'm taking this off.
WWDD.
It's getting a little hot in here. I'm going to take my
Yes.
my scarf off.
It's got her. All right, and
My scarf brought to you by Iron Smoke.
ooh,
We'll try to monetize this for you.
yeah.
Tommy gave it to me for Christmas.
Call me Tommy. He is a swell dude, and that's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's another guy I've known for 40
Liquor.
years. Yeah.
This town is very small.
Yeah,
in
very
certain
large,
respects.
small town.
I was just gonna say, very
Yeah.
large, small town. Okay, and Fitz, you can chime in too if you want to. Okay, so say you work at a big company that has like a cafeteria. Or you just go to the same place for lunch. So you're in line to pay, and ahead of you is a coworker that opens their wallet, and they don't have their debit card or any cash or whatever. So, they don't have any money. They're not going to eat lunch. But this coworker has just screwed you by throwing you under the bus for a mistake that they made. But to the boss, they threw you under the bus.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you offer to pay for his lunch?
There's probably maybe one guy that I worked with that maybe I wouldn't. But other than that, yeah, I would.
Dino is like one of the most generous
Well, plus
guys
you can.
I've
It's
ever
hard.
met.
Yeah. No. That's not even the point. That's not even
No,
the
but
point.
if you work closely with somebody.
It's you work with them, and you need them sometime to cover
Right.
your ass, or
Exactly.
whatever. So yeah, I'm covering his ass because he's
Okay.
got no money.
What if it's somebody that you don't work with, but you're... I don't know.
I could say like in our building, the place closed. Actually, there's a new owner who's gonna open it up, but the stock exchange is in our building.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Fickle World headquarters. The place, there's a cafeteria like restaurant there, and there's certain people you see every day. So I'm sure that if it was somebody that I was familiar with, being
Yeah.
there 12 years, you'd probably take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all know who we were. Ask Fitz. I mean, they
That's
knew
true.
you guys. You're on the 8th floor. You're the radio guys.
Although I
We're
have,
the guys with the free tickets when we had them and shit
yeah.
like that.
Oh, exactly. That's what I loved about working in radio and TV.
Free shit.
Free shit. Exactly. I would probably throw in a little bit of oh, I'll pay for it, even though you did throw me under the bus today.
Would
I
you
don't-
make that comment?
Yeah.
Like bring it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you think that's not cool?
Fitz, think about it. Who could I be in trouble with at work? Ninny would never get mad at me. Or my general manager.
Yeah. I think you have to take yourself out of the situation, out of reality.
Just because I've been there so long, and so I don't.
So
this issue doesn't apply to me. I don't think. I can't get in trouble. I don't think.
Dino doesn't work.
Watch
in
me get fired
hypotheticals.
now next week. Where were you the other day? I was doing this podcast. You were supposed to be. Yeah.
Sorry.
I need a job now.
All right. What? Okay. Fitz can help you.
Vox rocks, whatever.
Don't.
Where's the logo? I don't know.
It used to be up
Yeah.
on the wall there, but I put a monitor there instead.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Oh. Okay. So anyway, wait. I just thought of another twist on it. What if the guy ahead of you don't work with him? He's just a stranger, but he was being an asshole to the cashier.
Oh yeah. No, I might play dumb then. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, man.
Sorry, man. I only got $6 left, and this is a $5 bagel. So
Okay. Yeah. I'm same way. I would probably just pay for the person anyway, because I'm a schmuck. Okay.
it's the Self-Esteem Show with Madge Madigan.
Hello, honey. Okay. Oh, I just moved all over the place. All right, here's one. Maybe this one's a little more salacious, shall we say? So you're out having, sorry. Say you're out having cocktails with friends.
Wish we could.
And yeah, me too. And so you're one of your best buddies, you've known forever, one of your best pals. He starts hitting on a woman, and eventually they start canoodling.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman is not his wife.
Oh. Okay.
I think we've all been in that situation before.
Yep. So
Canoodling. It's my new favorite word. Canoodling.
Okay,
Awesome.
so do you let him just ignore it, say it's not any of my business, or do you kind of try and intervene and
It
pull
would
him
definitely have to depend on who it is.
and say,
Yeah.
dude, what are you
Dude,
doing?
how tight I am with the person. That's.
What if it's the guy that was being an asshole in line and you wouldn't buy
It's
his
like,
lunch?
dude, can you get your shit together? You got no money. You're cheating on your wife. What the fuck?
You're throwing other people under the bus?
And why am I always near
And
you?
why
Take
do I have to bail your ass out? Who made me the fucking pope?
Take accountability, man. Lazy so-and-so.
It would depend. It would definitely depend.
Okay.
How tight. If it's somebody's tight and, I would say, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's somebody I just work with or just know, it's none of my business.
Okay. Scott, Fitz,
Nah.
anything?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I've made it a rule a long time ago. Never get involved.
Don't intervene?
Do
Okay.
never get involved.
So,
Ever.
part 2 of this question.
There's more.
But wait, there's more. Call now. So you let it go.
Uh-huh.
You let the canoodling go. Okay. And this is, I ask.
And then the next day you go, hey, did you get any?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
No, you take pictures and then you blackmail the son of a bitch for.
Well,
Did I just screw up the joke?
No, you didn't. But kind of. So days later, you get a call, or you get a call from the wife, and she asks,
The little missus.
"What?"
The little missus.
The little missus, exactly.
Oh.
Or the big missus. Maybe that's why he's canoodling with someone else. So sorry, that was terrible. Take me from my big ass. That's what happened to me. Okay. So she asks, hey, when you were out the other night, was he with another woman? Because I've seen texts and that say, so nice to meet you last night. Can't wait to see you again.
See, fits his rule.
So do you tell the truth? Do you tell the truth? And you love the wife. You think she's nice as can be. And
What the hell kind of a podcast
Really?
are you
I don't
running
like
here?
this podcast. Let's go back to talk about Dino.
This is hard. This is hard.
Let's do more Dino
let's
stuff.
give out
More
promo
Rochester
stuff.
radio.
We have to
Okay.
study morals and stuff.
I'm not
to
answering
figure
that
out.
question.
Okay.
I refuse.
Fuck that guy. It's my motto.
I'll be like, wow. I go, I missed that. I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, again, it would be.
You turn in the guy from
It would
Hogan's
depend
Heroes.
on who it is.
Exactly. I know
really,
nothing.
really.
Nothing I saw.
I know. Okay, I thought this would be more fun, but like you guys are too nice, so I thought I could like
Well, start booking more assholes on the show and see what we get.
All right.
Dino, just give us a
Mayor.
list when we're done.
Kidding.
I wasn't big enough an asshole.
So, all right, I just got 2 more, so I'm just doing. These are kind of funny. Well, no, the second one isn't. So you know how you scan your shit, but I'll ask anyway. So you know at Wegmans, do you do the self scan?
Yeah.
And you put stuff-
we just got one because I'm in a ghetto Wegmans. We just got the self scanning just
so
like in the last couple months.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What do you
I was
like,
at Wegmans
Palmyra
last
or
night.
some
There
shit?
was so many bare shelves in my Wegmans. It was crazy.
Oh well.
It was crazy.
That's my Wegmans all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I live
Before the COVID.
on the edge of the city, so I have a few I can do the rounds if shit's missing.
The one where I know everything is that's
And
Titus and Hudson right there.
Oh yeah. Because it sure ain't the East Avenue one.
No.
Okay.
Don't deal with that.
Yeah. So you are doing that, and like you're scanning, and you put things in, and then you pay, and then you go out to your car, and you pick up your bags to put them in the car, and you realize underneath was like a thing of cheese that's like $5 that like you forgot to scan. Do you go back in and pay for it, or you just like?
You know, I don't give Danny enough of my money.
Girl, that's me. I mean, not girl.
he
guy.
if I don't go, he texts me. He goes, "Where the fuck you been?" I went in and got
direct deposit there.
Yeah, yeah. No, there was a story in the news just yesterday. I talked about it on the radio. Police officer in Massachusetts somewhere. There was a couple of young ladies with little kids, and they were at a self scanner, and they didn't scan everything, and they put it in the bag, and they were walking out. They got caught, and the police officer ended up not arresting them and bought him a $250 grocery card.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so I thought that's where we were going with this, but no.
Oh.
But no, if I stole, I'll steal some fucking cheese anytime. So I'll steal some cheese. You know what I do too? If I buy dog food there, and I get the big bags because I have big dogs, and I used to have 4. I'm down to 2.
Damn.
Now. And I put it in the bottom there, but I always lay it out where the scanner is so they can take the wand and go like that. Every time I'm wishing, I hope they don't see. I hope they forget to scan the fucking dog food. I do. I sit there and I'm like, yeah, don't scan the dog. And they do. They always scan. I think I got away with it once, and I didn't even realize it. And then after that, I hope it would happen again. It never did.
I did it with maybe 12 pack of toilet paper or something. I'm like, why can't I, when I put like the case of Labatt underneath there, why can't they forget that?
No.
But anyway, okay, speaking of cheese.
They know the trick now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I got them for $18 once.
Oh, damn. Well, see, with the cheese, it's like, oh, no, next time I come in, I'll overpay anyway. So, okay, speaking of cheese, say you're on a date and you're standing at the bar having a drink with this chick, and it's a little crowded. There's a few people around you, whatever, and you gotta let one go. You got gas.
You're talking about cutting the cheese.
Yes, cutting the cheese.
All right.
So, and it's it's gonna be rank.
You just know.
So you just know
you had a
because
plate.
you had one earlier in the car, and you're like, "Holy Christ!"
Tammy's split pea soup.
There's a whole lot of Brussels sprouts came out of there. So you have to do it. So, okay, do you, one, deny it, or do you suddenly go to the bathroom hoping that it will arrive after you're gone so you can blame it on somebody else?
This is a thinker. This is a think piece.
Let's just say it's happened, and I didn't have much time to think about it.
That's when you go to the guy next to you. Geez, man, would you? Oh my God! Go get a toilet or
if
something.
I'm on a date, well, first of all, I've been married 30 fucking years.
So you can't even imagine being
Use
on
your
a date.
imagination, Dino, for God's sake.
Is this a date Tammy knows about?
Now you cup fart.
Yeah.
Now you cup fart them.
Yeah.
If you're
Cut
fart?
What?
30 years. You've been married 30 years. Now you fart in your hand. You cup your hand and then you.
Oh, cup. Yeah, I get Dutch ovens all the time, but I'm not married.
My wife can never get Dutch oven right. She always says it's something else, and it's always hilarious.
It's a hot pot.
She said,
What?
Hot pocket.
What did she say last time? She said a steam cleaner. She's like, "Are you gonna steam clean me?" I'm like, "I don't know how to do that, but it sounds dirty."
Was it a Cleveland steam cleaner?
Now that's the next step.
That was my next
a whole
question.
different
No,
level of
I'm
the-
just kidding.
Man.
That's all we got.
Let's go.
Oh, speaking of
Duty
Cleveland
talk.
steamers,
Give
It's duty
somebody
talk
a-
with Madge.
Give somebody a chili dog. Anybody who knows what that one is. That's pretty gross. Okay, so
the sad thing is I'm having so much fun. This is so sophomoric.
See?
This is not even close to what our.
I'm telling you, guys and poop. Who doesn't like a good poop joke? I don't really, but I don't know why I brought that
Yeah,
up. Okay, so
Did you ever see your father's penis?
no.
No.
Happy birthday, Dad.
I remember the first
Today's
time.
my dad's birthday.
I remember the first time.
Would have been my dad's
I said,
90th
Dad,
birthday."
stop texting me those.
Hey,
Ew. No, I don't know if I should tell the story.
that means you should.
Okay.
Why not?
Because both my parents are gone. They would be in their 90s. They've been gone 7 and 8 years. But anyway, so my father was very modest. You know, he was this nice old little Irish Catholic guy, and so at the end of his life, he was on hospice at home, and I helped. There's 6 of us kids. We took turns coming and helping, and we're taking care of him. And so you know what that entails. It's changing clothes and washing and wiping and whatever, adult diapers. God bless my mother, who was another nice Irish Catholic woman. I'm like, okay, I gotta take care of Dad. Here, I'll get this. I'll change his diaper, whatever. And she's like, and I go to take it off, and she's like, oh. And she takes a tissue and puts it over him.
Oh.
I'm like, she wanted to give him some dignity.
Right.
But anyway, that's a funny
sweet.
story, wasn't it?
But that's sweet.
It is.
I know
Sweet.
it was.
So
I've never seen my father's penis, even then.
Good.
Wow. Okay.
And if we'll circle back to the beginning of this podcast. Where on this doll did they touch you?
Ew. I do have another not cute. Okay. Anyway, when he was laying there dying, my mother, he was getting morphine, and we had to give it to him in this little eyedropper. And my were like, you know, the little timer would go off. It's like, time to give his dad. And so my mom would be like, oh, be careful. Just do it to the line, whatever. Just, it's like this amount. Just do it to the line. I'm like, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm on hospice and I have to
give me a
morphine,
double dose.
Yeah.
I want to go down to the corner and buy it illicitly, like from somebody in a big trench coat.
Come and get me, copper.
Hook me up, bro.
That shit's good. I've had surgeries.
With morphine?
Yeah.
I never had.
I've been trying to think about what I don't need. I can get removed just so I can
I
get
had
in
my
there and
lung
get a
taken out a couple of years ago. And I had I had my own button. Yeah, it was good. That shit
Why?
It took the button
was that
away.
on purpose? You had your lung taken
Yeah,
out?
I just said I don't need this. It was a weight plan that was really.
I was gonna say, sounds like a share weight plan or something.
Yeah, no, it was a long story, but I had a CAT scan for something else, and they found a spot on my lung, and it turned out to be cancer. So they caught it, and it was like teeny tiny, and they just took the lung out. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
They take the whole thing for
And
that?
I got 1.5 now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't
Yeah,
the
yeah,
entire-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I still have a lung.
Oh,
Hello?
well,
Can't you hear me breathing?
this has
That's the
been a
funny
fun
thing.
show.
You can hear me breathing when I tie my shoes. So now.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Me
Sometimes.
too.
I
I do-
could have
I do
four
certain-
lungs and I'd still do that.
I do certain things, and I catch my wife. It's funny too. Sometimes I'll be doing something, and she goes, "I can hear you breathing." In other words, and I go, "Well,
so repetitious, in and out and in and out.
So
Mama's
she's trying to
gotta
tell me I'm,
squeeze back.
I'm straining myself or something. But,
Yeah.
Oh, so do you like to? You have to be particularly aware of that,
No,
or
no, I still do my bike rides and stuff like that.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and knock yourself out.
Yep.
Literally.
My knees hurt more than my lungs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Did you have a lot of knee surgeries over
I
the
had
years?
both my ACLs done in my 20s. Yeah.
My wife had.
What? How did you play
Skiing.
sports?
Skiing,
Oh, well,
yeah.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
that'll do it.
Northern people.
Yeah.
See, I was a swimmer, so we didn't have problems like that.
No.
I swam.
What?
I swam from ages 7 through freshman year of college, competitively. And
Really?
We don't have. I
Don't you have like swimmer's
I hate-
ear and
I hate swimming.
Nope. Oh, I love swimming. I had chlorine hair. That was the
it
worst.
was like green hair?
Like straw.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not.
I mean, I like,
Like
jumping in
now.
my pool. I have a pool.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't like
that's
doing
bathing.
up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does get a little monotonous, but nothing beats that workout.
No.
Anyway,
It is a good workout.
it is. Okay. What else do we want to know about? Oh wait, you already told me about the lung, aqua lung.
Yeah.
You were told me about
Iron
the
lung.
lungs.
Snot is running down his nose.
Na, 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 na.
It's a
Everybody.
disgusting song.
Yep.
Isn't it about basically a pedophile
Yeah.
sitting on a park bench? All right. more
We're hitting all the hot topics.
fun on the Madge Show. We want to talk about third world nations now, live in huts with sewage in the streets.
And the next topic is politics.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, I had enough of that. I
Yeah.
am so.
I just listened
Oh wait,
to.
we're right still.
Do you think if they disagree with the winner of the Heisman Trophy, they'll take it to the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
Fits like it.
If you get a big enough asshole that lost.
I just listened
Sorry,
to
kids.
Michael Cohen's book, Disloyal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
Now, what do we think of his credibility?
Who, Michael Cohen?
Yeah.
Well, so
Well, he's telling a story that there's about over a dozen books that say the same thing.
yeah,
So-
exactly.
Right.
And
So-
that's
And he's got nothing to lose,
Yeah.
I guess. He's already.
that's what got me, because I listened to a couple of other books before his,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, that's a pretty consistent thing throughout.
It's
the
a
way,
trend, as we call it in radio.
It has its own hashtag. Yeah, because I've seen people that try and discredit. Oh, he's Larry. He went to jail, and it's like.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not going to. Okay, I said.
He's the only one that didn't get a pardon.
Yeah. Yes. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I keep clicking this little.
Can
water bottle.
you pardon yourself? Have we figured that out
There's
yet?
been
Is
talk
that
of
something
trying
that.
you
to
can
figure
do?
that out? But
He's trying to. I think.
no, it's the state of New York that's going to get him, and it's not he can only pardon federal.
Federal, right? Yeah.
Well,
Pardon me.
I don't know with this. Pardon me.
Pardon me.
With this latest trying to find some votes,
Yeah, that was a good one.
I wonder if anybody. See, I vowed.
I found them right here. Come here. I'll show them to you. Come here.
Right
I
up
found
my
the votes
ass.
right here.
I only need one.
Because it's more than we have.
Yeah.
We just need one.
I have a question for Dino.
Oh boy.
Being that we're sitting in a podcast studio, where do you see the future of radio? Like, how do you see it?
Oh, I'm one of the guys that thinks it's going to stick around for a little while longer.
I think it will too.
And I'm also glad that I'm at the end of my career, and I'm glad that my sons didn't go into it.
Are you going to stick around as long as Wheeze?
I don't know. I don't know, because you can ask Fitz. They make me sell too, and I have to do all that bullshit too. So, believe
How
it
do
or
you like
believe
that?
it or not, that doing afternoons on the Fickle does not pay my mortgage in West Aruncoit. So, yeah.
I could think of a lot of places that wouldn't pay your mortgage in.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That was so funny. I went to college for broadcasting, and then I went into it, and people were always like, "Oh my God, you're in broadcasting! It's so glamorous." And it's like, yeah, like you,
Yeah,
I made
it's a gig.
well, no, it was minimum wage because they figured everybody wants to be in broadcasting, so we
Yeah.
can just give these suckers whatever. And I mean, I loved it, but that's how it was. It
Right,
was back then,
right. Yeah.
And now that's why made my own podcast because, the job pool is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as, it's cheaper to have less personnel.
I heart radio.
Right.
Everybody's favorite.
I have my podcast on iHeart.
You hear iHeart this, iHeart that. iHeart.
Right.
They just fired like 400 jocks nationwide.
Right.
I mean, every program directors, guys that have been there 30 years. I mean, they just there's guys in town here that are doing shows in multiple markets all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So there's less jobs, same amount of shows, but way less guys doing it.
Exactly. Like Spazzano.
Less people doing it.
Spazzano says he is the 50% of the workforce at the Buzz.
On the Buzz, yeah.
Yeah, because it's just him and Sandy left.
Yeah.
But but that's what it's cheaper to syndicate, I suppose. But I don't know. That's why I'm kind of like, I think there's something to be said about like a personality or socializing. Like that's what I said. Trying to be.
Don't tell your children to go into it unless they really love it. Because you have to, quote unquote, pay your dues.
Right.
Yeah.
Believe me, when they were.
And you have to be nobody gets away with one job. Just doing the show.
No.
Yeah.
Right. No, not anymore.
You got to do this. If you're doing this, you got to also do the station's Facebook, or you got to do a website, or you got to do production, which is the commercials and stuff like that. Or you have to have multiple talents.
Yeah. It's
I got into radio 20 years too late, I think. I feel like I did.
Yeah.
You got into radio 20 years too late?
20 years too late. I wanted to go into it right out of high school or into college, but I took an internship in video and ended up doing 20 years in video. And then finally, because the video jobs ran out, when I moved up to Rochester, funny enough, there was a radio position, and I managed to weasel my way into a little slot. But I know, like, thinking about what Dino experienced coming up in radio in this town. I mean, I grew up in the Miami Palm Beach market, which is much bigger.
Oh, you fancy.
But so it was like, for me, growing up in that market and then coming here and ending up having a morning show, to me, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Look, that's just incredible.
Yeah.
But I was the only one that felt that way.
I felt that way.
See, we're giving away all the trade secrets. We can easily impress people.
Right.
They don't know what goes on. But yeah, I got into radio and TV just at the deregulation. So it's early mid 80s, and it was like, everybody used to be a DKX owned by one guy, or the
Langstons.
Yes,
and they still own it.
Yes,
and they're still like the only wholly owned single station in town.
Exactly.
And they've been offered boatloads of money, but Andre's daughter wants to stay in the business, so he hasn't sold.
Yep.
But he could buku bucks.
Oh yeah.
If he sold that station.
Yeah.
And everybody's made him offers. Everybody.
Yep. Oh, I know.
CBS, Entercom, everybody's offered him.
Yeah. So I used to. When it was there when Mr. Langston was there, Andrew Langston, and stuff used to be like that. But then when I got out of college,
when I started, there was 14, 16 radio stations. There was 14, 16 different staffs. I mean, staffs.
That was when
on air sales, the whole thing.
That's how I got out of it, because all of a sudden it became corporate, and they were about the deregulation was that in the beginning you could only own one AM, one FM. Or something.
It was percentage. It's always percentage of the market or whatever.
Yeah, and then so that you couldn't have a monopoly on all the media in a place. So,
and now it's like,
well, that's how Stevens Media, where I work, Stevens Media is fickle, Warm 101.3, and 94.1 The Zone. Now, Warm and Zone were CBS stations that Entercom bought with CMF and PXY. Fickle was one of their own. But when they bought the CBS group, they knew they couldn't keep them all.
Right.
Because of percentages of listenership and stuff like that. So they took two of the CBS stations, Warm and Zone, and one of theirs, Fickle, and spun them off. Yeah,
I was at Channel 31 for like 4 or 5 years in the early 90s, and then I went to the Lincoln Group.
Okay.
And they I think they had just formed. It was
Bud in Syracuse, and
yeah, Bud and Arnie.
Jack and Arnie.
And Jack, yeah. And then it was Hot Talk, or HTK, Wham,
PXY?
VOR, and...
Is that Jack Pelvino?
Yeah.
Jack
He was just here yesterday.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. And so anyway, no, and just all of a sudden PXY was coming in, and it was like some sort of coup, I think. They were all like, you know... But that's when it started with we don't need a staff for every station. Let's just cut it all down to one.
Right,
and
right.
A bunch of us sat there, like I was doing like public affairs and stuff. And I'm like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and wait until the day they walk in. I'm going to stay at home with my kids now. So yeah, but that's how it was. You know, every day you're waiting. When am I going to get the axe? Because they keep paring down everybody, and it's like you got 4 people working for 18 stations in the city. So
You know, it's funny. I've never been in a real professional job that wasn't like that. That wasn't like that. Waiting around for that axe to come down at some point. When I worked at Carnival Cruise Lines in the video production department, it was always like that was always looming over our head. They're a cruise company. When are they going to finally decide that they don't want to keep funneling money into a video production department? You know, there was always something.
Yeah, well, that's
advertising. I worked at J Advertising, and it was like, when are they going to get rid of us? Because
Fitz, was it cell phones and stuff like that kind of killed your end of the business because people could start taking their own videos on their phones and stuff? Did that contribute to it?
I mean, it a little bit, but for the video part of things, it's it did make it so with the technology becoming more available and cheaper for people to use, like all of the, like digital. You know, when things got much smaller. Because you remember the cameras that we used back in the day were like the size of your car. And now, you know, and you had to carry around another car to record the stuff on. And now, you know, your phone, you've got a full, you know, television station in your damn phone. That did have a lot to do with it, but it was... You know, it's a bigger answer.
I had a briefcase phone when I was a van dog.
I was just saying, when Dino and I started out with radio, we were carrying a reel-to-reel machine on our back. No. But yeah, I was talking to somebody about that recently, that job security was never an issue. Like when we were kids. I mean, when we were kids, our parents, you know, here, 35 years retiring, here's a gold watch, you know, and now I don't know anybody like who's been a place past, you know, 5 years, 7 years or whatever. And that's just the way it is now. There's no like, hey, this is a community and we all work together and people. Now it's like, he's expendable, you know, disposable, whatever. But still, we can give the CEO a $2 million, you know, thing. But whatever, shit happens. More.
Fuck it.
Let's talk about income inequality. That's a fun one.
We're going to get Bernie on the phone.
There's 400 people in the country that have more money than the rest of us.
Seriously.
Put together. All of us pool our money, and they still got more money than us.
You know, I don't want anybody to like, I don't think there's a mandatory give away all your money to other people. But seriously, like Jeff
Give me your money.
What the fuck do you need like $40 billion for?
Right.
Good
He could
Lord.
give away $1 million to, like, you know, everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
exactly.
Yeah.
At least his now ex-wife has given
He's got
away.
good credit, so he can still, still get a car or something.
He needs a payment plan.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
that someone could give away $1 million to 1 million people and still have a shitload of money left over.
And still live comfortably.
And still
exactly. Oh, well. On that note,
Hey, aren't we feeling better about ourselves now?
time to wrap it up, I guess.
we're going to wrap it up here.
I don't have to do the Spazzano trick. Say I got to take a dump.
You can if you like. I mean,
I'm good.
You know.
But,
Oh, good.
I
No prairie dogging
watched.
today?
No, none at all. But when I had to learn about Madge Unmuted, I checked that out, and of course I saw my boy there, so I watched his thing, and then next thing you know, he's talking about how he had to go.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
He's really got to go. Well,
Yeah.
you know, we do that here. We like to make sure everyone's regular.
Okay.
So, Dino's good?
That's good. Yeah.
Fiber check?
Yeah, I
All
take
right.
a ton of it.
I want to thank you so much for being with us.
What did I do?
Today? You just talked.
Okay.
Damn it. You were
Yeah.
yourself. We just have fun here and just shoot the shit.
It was fun. It was fun. It
Oh,
was
don't
not
placate
at
me.
all what I was thinking, but it was, it was fun.
See? I say it's...
Got my dad dick joke in.
Yeah.
Score.
Snuck it in.
Okay.
I forgot where I stole it, but I did.
Again, thank you so much for coming in. Dino
Thank
Kay,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Fickle in the afternoon and buy some ad space.
Yes. Give me a
Airspace.
call. Every time.
Do it. And Fitzy, as always,
My pleasure.
my main man, Rockfox Studios. Check them out, rockfox.com, for all your recording needs. And as always, thank you all so much for tuning in, whatever.
And we need another podcast out there. So if you there's a space for it.
Yeah, because there's not enough. But if you want to sponsor mine,
Yes.
fuck those guys. No, don't. Well, or whatever. Okay, anyway, thanks.
I won't tell.
And we'll see you next week on Madge Unmuted. Bye.
Bye.